Today we will discuss about classical or mathematical approach to probability. If there are n equally likely means when all the outcome have the same preferences of occurrence. Mutually exclusive means if one event occur then other cannot occur. For example, if you toss a coin, then if head occurs then tail cannot occur. If tail occurs then head cannot occur. Exhaustive cases means here all the outcomes should be included to the event or taken into consideration. You cannot exclude or you cannot remove some outcomes. For example, if you are playing Ludo, then all of you know that in the dice all the 6 numbers are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to take into consideration all the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You cannot exclude any one of these numbers. This is called exhaustive cases. So this type of equally likely, mutually exclusive and exhaustive cases are given. And here n equally likely, that means all the outcome value equal to n. Out of n, some cases are favorable to a certain event A. We denote that event A. It may be anything B, C, D, E. And remember, event is always denoted by capital letters. So some outcomes are favorable to a certain event A. Then the probability of occurrence of the event A is defined as PA. And the value will be m divided by n. Or we can write down PA equal to m divided by n. M means number of cases favorable to A, n equal to total number of possible cases. PA means the probability of the occurrence of the event A, value equal to m divided by n. M meaning number of cases favorable to A, n equal to total number of possible cases. It is denoted by m divided by n. Now, this is about the occurrence. Suppose non-occurrence. That means an event where that is not occurring. And it will be denoted by PA bar. The event is denoted by A, which is occurring, and the event which is not occurring is denoted by PA bar. Now, PA bar will be the number of cases which is not favorable to A divided by total number of possible cases. Total number of possible cases, we have already assumed that the value equal to n. Now, for the occurrence of the A, m value already have occurred. So, out of total n value, already m value has occurred. Therefore, n minus m will be the remaining values which will be not favorable to A. N equal to the total number of possible outcomes out of which M has already occurred to the event A. Then the remaining numbers, and the remaining numbers n minus m will be the number of cases which is not favorable to A. So the number of cases which is not favorable to A can be written down n minus m. Now try to simplify the value. It will give you n divided by n divided by m divided by n. N by n equal to 1, m divided by n. Already m divided by n value equal to PA. So we can write down 1 minus PA. Therefore, this value will be PA bar equal to 1 minus PA. If you arranging the value, it will give you PA bar plus PA equal to 1. So in the given question, 6 red ball and 5 white balls are contained in a bag. This is a bag. Here it is containing 6 red ball and 5 white ball. Then the man draw 3 balls from the bag at random. Then we are to find out the probability of getting all the balls red. That means here whatever ball he is drawing, that should be all red. First of all, we assume that A be the event of getting the balls all red. If A is the event, then PA is the probability of getting the balls all red. Here we have assumed that A is the event, therefore PA is the probability. Now total number of balls in the bag, total number of balls in the bag equal to 5 plus 6, 11. Total 11 balls are there. Then the man is drawing 3 balls at random. Therefore total number of possible cases equal to 11 C3. That means out of 11 ball, we are drawing 3 balls at random. Now C means is the combination. Combination is defined by NCR, n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. N factorial means, n factorial can be also written down like this, or n factorial, that means product of 1, 2, 3 up to n values. So 1, 2, 3 up to n values. Here 11 C3. For 11 C3, by the formula we can write down 11 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 11 minus 3 factorial. Now 11 factorial divided by 3 factorial, 11 minus 3 equal to 8 factorial. Again, 11 factorial can be written down 11 into 10 into 9 into 8 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 8 factorial. 8 factorial is cancel out. Denominator will be 1 into 2 into 3 factorial. Numerator values are 11, 10 into 9. 10 divided by 2, 5. 9 divided by 3 equal to 3. 11 into 15. 11 into 15 equal to 165. Therefore, 11C3 value equal to 165. Now we will find out the number of cases which is favorable to the event A. Now already 6 red ball are there. Therefore, the value will be 6C3. 6C3 is the value. We will find out 6C3 value. 6C3 will be 6 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 6 minus 3 equal to 3 factorial. It will give you 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial divided by 1 3 factorial is there. Another 3 factorial can be written down 1 into 2 into 3. So here 3 factorial cancel out. 2 into 3 6. 5 into 4 20. We have find out 6C3 equal to 20. Now from the classical approach or classical theorem of probability, PA, probability of equal to number of cases favorable to A divided by total number of possible cases. Therefore, number of cases favorable to A we have already found it is 20 and total number of possible cases equal to 165. We have already find out. For further simplification, divided by 5 both value we will get 4 divided by 33. Therefore, the probability value equal to 4 divided by 33. 2 coins are tossed. Find the probability of getting exactly 2 heads. First of all, we will find out the outcomes of 2 coins. Outcomes are HH, HT, TH, TT. That means total number of possible cases equal to 4. Now the first one, exactly 2 heads. So exactly 2 heads, this is 1 HH, this is the exactly 1 heads. Therefore, the probability of getting exactly 2 heads, therefore total number of possible cases equal to 4, denominator 4, numerator will be 1 because there is only one outcome. Next thing is probability of getting one head and one tail. Here total number of possible cases equal to 4, therefore denominator equal to 4. Now one head and one tail, HT and TH, these are the two outcomes. So total number of possible outcomes equal to 2, numerator equal to 2. By simplification we have got the value is equal to 1 by 2. And the third one, probability of getting at least one head. Again total number of possible cases equal to 4, therefore numerator equal to 4. Now at least one head, therefore HH one head, HT and TH. Number of possible outcomes equal to 3, numerator equal to 3. Therefore the value is equal to 3 by 4. Next question. In a single throw with 2 dice, find the chance of getting 2 4. Now we have already found the total number of possible outcomes. So number of getting 2 4, that means 4 4. So here 4 4 is only one value. Therefore the number of cases which is favorable to the even is equal to 4 4, and therefore number is equal to 1. So first of all, for the 1, you can directly write down probability of throwing 2 4. Now total number of possible cases equal to 36, therefore numerator equal to 36, and 2 4 there is only 1, denominator equal to 1. The next question, 4 5, that means one die show 4 and the another shows 5 points. Again consult with the values we have find out. 4 5, 4 5 is there and 5 4 is there, therefore number of outcomes equal to 2. Therefore we can write down probability of throwing 4 5, numerator equal to 2, denominator equal to 36, 1 by 18. And the third question, probability of getting doublets. So that means all the number will be double. Here 1 1, 2 2, 3 3, 4 4, 5 5, 6 6 are the doubles. Therefore we are getting 6 outcomes which is favorable to this event. Total number of cases equal to 36. By simplification we are getting value 1 by 6. Two dice are thrown. Find the chance of obtaining a sum of at least 9 points and at most 6 points. Total number of possible outcomes equal to 36. Now we will assume that A be the event of obtaining a sum of at least 9 points. Therefore PA is the probability of obtaining a sum of at least 9 points. Here, first of all, we will find out the outcomes which is favorable to A. The outcomes favorable to A. At least 9 points. That means the minimum value should be 9 and it can also go for maximum value. So here 6 plus 1 7, 2 plus 6 8. We cannot use this value. 3 plus 6 equal to 9. That means at least 9 points. So we can assume 3 6, then 4 5, 4 6, 5 4, 5 5, 5 6, 6 3, 6 4, 6 5, 6 6. So these are value at least sum equal to 9, and we can go for all the higher values more than 9. So the possible outcomes will be 3 6, 4 5, 4 6, 5 4, 5 5, 5 6, 6 3, 6 4, 6 5, and 6 6. So these are the values. Which is favorable to the event A. Now the number of outcomes favorable to A. The values are 10. Already we have find the total number of possible outcomes equal to 36. Now in this question we will use the mathematical approach to probability. PA equal to number of outcomes favorable to A divided by total number of possible outcomes. Number of cases favorable to A equal to 10 and total number of cases equal to 36. 10 divided by 36, by simplification we can get the value 5 divided by 18. This is the first part. Now second part of the question, at most 6 points. That means here maximum sum value equal to 6 points. So we assume that B is the event getting a sum of at most 6 points. The outcomes favorable to B. We will find out the outcomes which is favorable to B. That means at most 6 points. That means maximum value can be 6, and we can assume the minimum values which is less than 6. Here in the first row 1 5 equal to 1 plus 5 equal to 6. So we can take the value 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, 1 5. Okay. In the next row 2 plus 4 equal to 6. Therefore we can take the value 2 1, 2 2, 2 3, 2 4. Here 3 3 is the value, that means 3 plus 3 equal to 6. Therefore we can take the value 3 1, 3 2, 3 3. Here 4 1, 4 2 and 5 1. No values can be taken from this row here because the values summation value is more than 6. Now we will write down the values of the outcome. 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, 1 5, 2 1, 2 2, 2 3, 2 4, 3 1, 3 2, 3 3, 4 1, 4 2, 5 1. So these are the values which is favorable to the event B. Now the number of outcomes favorable to B equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14, value equal to 15. Therefore PB is the probability of getting a sum of at most 6 points, and by the formula of or by the theorem of mathematical approach to probability, this is equal to number of outcomes favorable to B divided by total number of outcomes. Number of cases which is favorable to B equal to 15. Total number of possible outcomes equal to 36. Now we can simplify this value 15 by 36 because 3 is a common factor. If you divide both the numerator and denominator by 3, it will give you 5 by 12. So 5 by 12 is the probability of getting a sum of at most 6 points. So in this way we can use mathematical approach to probability. In the next question, from a pack of 52 cards, a card is drawn at random. Find the probability of drawing a spade and the probability of not drawing a spade. So, for 52 cards are there and we are to draw one card. So, you can say the total number of possible cases equal to 52. Before that, we will assume that A is the event. Let A be the event of drawing a spade. Therefore, PA is the probability of drawing a spade from a pack of 52 cards. Now 52 cards are there and from 52 cards we have draw one card at random. Therefore, total number of possible cases equal to 52 C1, and by the formula of combination 52 C1 equal to 52. Here first we have to find out probability of drawing a spade. Now in a pack of 52 cards there are 13 spades. Therefore, the number of cases favorable to A equal to 13 C1. That means from the 13 spades, you have to choose only one spade. Therefore, 13C1. And from the formula of combination, 13C1 equal to 13. We have find the total number of possible cases, which is 52, and the number of favorable cases to the event A, and the value equal to 13. So, by the mathematical theorem or mathematical approach to probability, we can write down PA equal to number of cases favorable to A divided by total number of possible cases. Therefore, we have already found the value. Number of favorable cases equal to 13 and total number of possible cases equal to 52. Now, 13 and 52, by simplification we are getting the value 1 by 4. Next, the second part of the question is the probability of not drawing a spade. If we assume that A is the event of drawing a spade, then A bar will be the event of not getting a spade. So, we can write down A bar is the event of not drawing a spade from a pack of 52 cards. Already we know that PA plus PA bar equal to 1. From this formula we can write down PA bar. PA bar will be the probability of not drawing a spade from a pack of 52 cards. Probability of not drawing a spade from a pack of 52 cards. If you rearrange the formula, it will give you 1 minus PA equal to PA bar. 1 minus PA. Already we have find out PA value is equal to 1 by 4. Therefore, the value will be 3 by 4. 3 by 4 is the probability of not drawing a spade from a pack of 52 cards. So in the given question, pair of dice are tossed together. What is the probability that the sum of the points on the two dice is 6 and more than 8? First of all, we will solve the first question. The sum of the points on the two dice is 6. Let A be the event of the sum of points on the two dice is 6. Therefore, PA is the probability of sum of points on the two dice is 6. Here we are use the mathematical approach to probability or the theory of mathematical approach to probability. First of all, we will find out the total number of possible cases. So, we have already in our previous video, we have solved the question 2 dice are thrown simultaneously, then what are the outcomes? So, these are the outcomes when 2 dice are thrown. Now, the total number of outcome is 6 into 6, 36. Therefore, we have already got that total number of possible cases equal to 36. Now, we are to find out the number of cases which is favorable to A, or find out the number of outcomes of A. So here, before finding out the number of outcomes, we will find out the outcomes of A. The outcome of A means the sum on the 2 dice equal to 6. Again, we will use this value. Now here, sum of 2 points equal to 6. Here 5 plus 1 equal to 6. So 1 5 is one option. If 1 5 is an option, then 5 1 is another option. Then 2 4. 2 4 is another option. If 2 4 is one option, then 4 2 is also sum value equal to 6. 4 plus 2 equal to 6. And now here 3 plus 3 equal to 6. So here we are getting the values 1 5, 2 4, 3 3, 4 2 and 5 1. These are the outcomes for the event A. So the values are 1 5, 5 1, 2 4, 4 2 and 3 3. So these are the 5 outcomes of the event A. Therefore, total number of outcomes of A equal to 5. Already we have find out the total number of possible cases equal to 36 and the number of cases favorable to A equal to 5. From the formula of mathematical approach to probability, PA equal to number of outcomes favorable to A divided by total number of possible outcomes. We have find out number of outcomes favorable to A equal to 5 and total number of possible cases equal to 36. Therefore, the probability of getting the sum of points on the 2 dice equal to 6. The next part of the question, more than 8. That means here more than 8. We have to find out the values which is more than 8. Now for more than 8, first of all we will find out or we will assume that B is the event of getting the sum on 2 dice is more than 8. We have to find out the values which is more than 8. Again, from this list we can find out the values where it is more than 8. From the first row, last value is 1 plus 6 which is 7, therefore no values from this row. Here 5 plus 2 equal to 7. We cannot also use this one. 2 plus 6 equal to 8. So we cannot also use this one because we are to find out more than 8. 3 plus 4 equal to 7. 3 plus 5 equal to 8. 3 plus 6 equal to 9. So we can use 3 and 6. The outcome of B equal to first value equal to 3 and 6. In the next row, 4 plus 5 equal to 9, 4 plus 6 equal to 10. So 4 5 and 4 6 we can take. 4 5 4 6. Next, 5 plus 4 equal to 9, 5 plus 5 equal to 10, 5 plus 6 equal to 11. So 5 4 5 5 5 6 we can taken into consideration. Now in the last row, 6 3 6 4 6 5 and 6 6. This value will be the outcomes. So from this row, 5 4 5 5 5 6 6 3 6 4 6 5 6 6. We have got the values. Now all these values, summation value is more than 8. Now here, how many outcomes of B? Number of outcomes of B equal to 10. The number of outcomes of B equal to 10. Already we have find out that total number of possible cases equal to 36 and the number of cases which is favorable to B equal to 10. PB is equal to probability of getting the sum on 2 dice is more than 8, or the formula will be number of outcomes favorable to B divided by total number of outcomes. So the number of cases which is favorable to B equal to 10 and total number of outcomes equal to 36. By simplification, we can find out 5 divided by 18. 5 divided by 18 is the probability of getting the sum on the 2 dice is more than 8.